Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a good day. Today is Sunday, Mother's Day. Hope you and your mothers all have a great day with your family. I do want to give a quick update. Haven't been able to record much these past few days, so I'll probably end up throwing in some clips from last week that I didn't end up posting just yet, on YouTube at least. But some of these clips you may have seen on TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube Shorts, but not in long form video as these videos are. I did mention a few weeks ago that I was going to end my cut. I did give some update pictures. I'm currently weighing around about the same, 170, anywhere from 167 to 170, fluctuating. But I believe tomorrow I'm going to start trying to increase my calories just slightly, maybe by 100 150 calories, and that'll probably help me gain a few pounds, some more carbs in. That way my training can kind of transition upwards again, because lately I've been feeling very run down, very exhausted, weak, and it's honestly depressing because I can't really train to my full potential, and it's kind of annoying, especially when you see your strength kind of going down and down over time. But hopefully with these next few weeks, that'll start going back up, and we'll start getting in some quality training sessions back into action. I am currently about to head to the grocery store, so I'll try to record just a few things, like my choice of protein, carbs, maybe some veggies in there. Just a little bit. I don't really like to record when there's a lot of people around, especially in the gym. That's one of the reasons why I kind of have a difficult time finding opportunities to record, because I'm only in my beginning phases of all this. So, recording in front of a lot of people is kind of intimidating. I still care about what other people think. It's kind of embarrassing in a way, but obviously I shouldn't think that way, and I should get out of that mindset. But slowly but surely, I never imagined myself to be doing this in the first place, so the fact that I'm at least trying is a step forward. So as I said in the last video, in order to add a little bit more substance to these, we'll talk about a certain topic, and that way we can keep these fresh, and maybe you can learn something. But without further ado, today we'll be talking about 3 things that you don't really normally think about in the gym, that they'll help you out if you kind of implement them to your routine. And so we'll just call it 3 unrecognized strategies that you can use in the gym. So without further ado, at number 1, it is rest between sets. This is a very important one, especially if you're someone who's focused on a lot of strength and hypertrophy based. Maybe less so for hypertrophy, but especially if you want to kind of increase both at the same time and maximize the amount of weight that you're using. And not just that, but also maximize the potential of each set. So let's say you're trying to progressive overload, and you're aiming for a certain amount of reps, and maybe because you didn't take that extra 30 seconds, extra minute, you didn't get that extra rep in. And that is the kind of difference I'm speaking about, why it's so important to include enough rest between sets, especially on the compounds and a lot of mainly leg training. But overall compounds, whatever you're working out, compounds, those take a huge toll on the body, and you need to back off before you start each new set. So just to keep it simple, anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes is perfectly fine whenever you're doing any kind of compound. Obviously, whenever things are getting a little heavy and super intense, such as leg days, there's nothing wrong with going slightly above 3 minutes. Nothing wrong at all, because you're pretty much dying of not being able to breathe, and the weight might be super heavy, and in order to keep up with that weight, you need that rest, you need that extra rest. But any kind of isolations, such as a pec deck, a leg extension, hamstring curl, anything like that, you don't really need that much. Anywhere from like a minute to 2 minutes is more than sufficient. But overall, a good rule of thumb is just go based off how you feel. You know, if you're someone that just likes to take extra rest and you like to take your time, then do it. And if you're someone who, you know, you're a little more time constrained, you like to work at a fast pace, you work with a big group, then, you know, limit your rest. There's nothing wrong with that. Just go based off how you feel and what you like to do. At number 2, it is exercise choice. Another very slept on thing. You have to choose exercises that not only that you enjoy, but also that work for you, specifically for you. That's the main thing. Much too often you kind of, even me in the past and even now sometimes, you kind of you see yourself kind of follow what other people are doing online, whether it's your favorite influencer or bodybuilder, whatever it is. Not necessarily what they do is going to work for you. That's what you have to understand. You have to go, once again, by feel. So if you do a certain exercise and it feels good, you know, you feel the connection with the specific muscle, you get a good pump out of it, you can progressively improve on it, then stick with it. But if it's the complete opposite and you're just doing it just to do it, and because maybe you don't know what else to do, or because, as I said, other people are telling you that that's what you should be doing, well, that's where you're doing yourself a disservice and you're holding yourself back. And lastly is exercise order. Ideally, personally, I always like to have my compound lifts, my heavy lifts, somewhere in the beginning of the workout. Not necessarily the first workout that you do, but in my opinion, the compound lifts that's what's gonna improve your strength and improve your overall muscle hypertrophy the most, in my opinion. But there's nothing wrong with including like a few warm-up sets or a few warm-up exercises before those. I do that sometimes, whether it's pre-exhaustion or just a very thorough workout exercise warm-up. There's nothing wrong with that, but as I said, ideally include those heavy lifts in the beginning. That way you get the most out of it. And maybe down the line, as you gain experience, you know, you can add those compounds towards the end. It's completely up to you at that point, but especially in the beginning, you want to improve those compounds as fast as you can, as efficient as you can. But overall, like I said, if you don't like doing compounds, or if you don't like doing compounds in the beginning, just do what you enjoy. I'm only trying to help as many people as I can that have the similar goals, which is improving strength, improving hypertrophy. But yeah. And lastly, guys, I just want to kind of talk about my overall message as a new content creator, up and coming. So as I said in the last video, I'm a very skinny, lengthier guy, and I just want to prove to everyone, and I want to inspire those that are similar to me, that, you know, you can do this too. You can build muscle, you can change yourself for the better. You know, if you want to start this content creation thing, you can. Anyone can. Anyone and everyone. No matter how you look, whether you're skinny, fat, have little muscle, whatever it is, you can do it too. And, you know, I'm going to continue to post these videos to allow you guys to see my progress slowly over time. I'm being very patient with this. You know, I'm not rushing at all. Like I said, I just bought a camera recently, and, you know, it was a big investment. I never even thought I would buy a camera. You know, I always thought I'll just use my phone. But I figured, why not? Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? But